of Marketing by American Marketing Association, then definition by Philip Kotler, and one definition by Chartered Institute of Management. Now, today we will start with functions of marketing. Now, before starting the functions of marketing, there are few marketers frequently asked questions. Okay, the questions are like that: how can we spot and choose the right market segments? How can we differentiate our offerings? Being a marketer, they are asking these questions to themselves. How should we respond to customer who buy on price? How can we compete against lower cost and lower price competitors? How far company can go in customizing their offers for each and every customer? How can the company grow their businesses? How can they build stronger brands? How the companies can reduce the cost for consumer or customer acquisition? How can they keep on customers loyal for longer time? How can they tell which customers are more important? How can they measure the payback from advertisement, sales promotion activities, and public relations? How can they improve the sales force productivity? How can they establish multiple channels and yet manage channel conflicts? How can the other company departments to be more customer oriented? Such type of n number of questions are there in front of any company. Now, to give answers to these questions, first of all, they should know what can be marketed. So, marketing people are involved in marketing of total 10 types of entities. What can be marketed? Now, you can easily say that products can be marketed. Okay, so goods, that means physical, constitute the bulk of most countries' production and marketing efforts. Suppose each year US companies alone market billions of fresh, canned, bagged, and frozen food products. At the same time, millions of cars, refrigerators, television sets, machines, and various other forms, like from salt to the ship, they can be marketed as products. Not only do companies market their goods, but thanks in part to the internet, even individual can effectively market their products. So we got one answer that products can be marketed. Similarly, services also can be marketed. And economies advance a growing proportion of their activities in focus on the production of services. Suppose US economy today consists of 70-30, that is goods to service mix, 70% of services and 30% of products. Services includes work of airline, hotels, car rental firms, barbers, beauticians, maintenance, repairs, professional experiences such as bankers, accountants, lawyers, engineers, doctors, software programmers, management consultants, even teaching. Many market offerings consist of variable mix of goods and services. Like we can take example of fast food restaurant where product as well as service both are important. So what can be marketed? Products can be marketed, services can be marketed, events can be marketed. So third point is events. Marketers promote time-based events such as major trade shows, artistic performances, and company anniversary, etc. Global sporting events such as Olympics or World Cup are promoted aggressively to both companies as well as fans. There is whole profession of meeting planners who work out the details of an event. and make sure that it comes off perfectly. So IPL also is a best example nowadays for successful event. Similarly, experiences can be marketed, persons can be marketed, places can be marketed, properties can be marketed, organizations can be marketed, information can be marketed, and ideas also can be marketed. So, in detail, if time permits, what can be marketed that we can think of? Now, next part, because what can be marketed and the questions are not there in your syllabus, it is just extra that I have discussed with you. And according to our syllabus, after definition of marketing, now we should learn functions of marketing. So these are the functions of marketing. First function is information gathering. So gathering and analyzing market information, that is the first function of marketing. Gathering and analyzing information is important function of marketing. Under it, an effort is made to understand consumers thoroughly. Company can understand consumer thoroughly in following ways. They can ask questions like, what do the consumers really want? In what quantity the consumers are purchasing their products? At what price consumers want your products? When do consumers want the products? What type of advertisement do consumers like? And where do they want it? Like, where did you want to buy that product or service? So, before launching any product or service, marketers should answers the following questions or these questions. So, this is the important function of marketing, gathering and analyzing the marketing information so that they can plan their products or services accordingly. So, next function is marketing planning. In order to achieve the objectives of an organization with regards to its marketing, the manager chalks out his marketing plan. For example, a company has 25% market share of a particular product. Now, the company wants to raise the market share from 25% to 40%. Now, in order to achieve this objective, the marketer has to prepare a plan with regard to the level of production and various promotional efforts. So, this is about marketing planning. Suppose a newly launched product is there. Company is deciding to launch a new product. So, how to launch that product? Who will be their target market? Where customer can buy? Okay, such type of plan should be prepared by marketing manager. So, this comes under marketing planning. Next important function is product designing and development. Now, most of these product designing and development parts come under the area of scope of production department, but product designing plays an important role in product selling. So there is a connection between marketing department and production department because ultimately if anything is done by marketing production department, marketing department they have to sell these products. So the company whose product is better and attractively designed sells more than the product of a company whose design happens to be weak and unattractive. In this way, it can be said that the position of a special design affords a company to gain competitive advantage. So there is the third function, product designing and development. Next is standardization and grading. Standardization refers to determining of standard as regards to its size, quality, design, weight, color, raw materials, etc. used for a particular product. So, by doing this, it is assumed that the given product will have some peculations. This way, on the basis of samples, sale is made possible. Mostly, it is the practice of traders to look at the samples and then place the order for purchasing large number of products concerned. The basis of it is that goods suppliers confirm the same standard as shown in the sample. So this is about standardization and grading. Next important function is packaging and labeling. So packaging and labeling is your fifth function. Now it is said that packaging of a particular product, packaging acts as a silent salesman. Packaging aim at basically for avoid breakages, avoid damages, destructions, etc. of goods during transit and storage. Packaging facilitates the handling, lifting, conveying of the goods. Many a time, customers demand goods in varying quantities. For an example, the name of on the medicine on the bottle, along with the manufacturer's name, the formula used for making it, the date of manufacturing, expiry date, batch number, prices, etc., are printed on the slip, thereby giving the all information to the consumers regarding that medicine. So attractive packages can be made so that there are two functions. One is the inside material is saved from damages, etc., plus attractive packaging also acts as a silent salesman, so it will attract consumers towards them. Next function is branding. Now every producer or seller wants that his product should be have spatial identity in the market. In order to realize the same, he has to give some name to his or her product. The name which will be distinct from the other competitors. Giving a distinct name to one's product is called as branding. This the objective of the branding is to show that the products of a given company are different from its competitors and they are having certain unique identity. Next, seventh function is customer support service. Customers are called as king of market. Therefore, it is one of the chief function of marketers to offer every possible help to the customers. Marketer offers primarily various following services to the consumers. They can be listed like after sale services are provided to the customers, handling customers' complaint, some technical services, some credit facilities and maintenance services. Helping the customers in this way provides the customer satisfaction. That said, in today's competitive age, customer satisfaction happens to be the most topmost priority of any marketing initiatives. Last important function of marketing is physical distribution. Under this function of marketing, the decision about carrying things from one place to another, like from production place to the consumption place, is taken into account. To accomplish this task, decisions about four factors are taken. These four factors are the way of transportation or mode of transportation, the inventory, warehousing, and the order processing time. Physical distribution by delivering things at right place at the right time creates time and place utility. So, being a marketing manager, these are various important functions of marketing. Now, next is a scope of marketing. The study of consumers' wants and needs. So, goods are produced to satisfy consumer wants. Therefore, study is undertaken to identify consumer needs and wants. These needs and wants motivates consumers to purchase the products. So, therefore, it is need to study the consumer wants and need, and that can be studied in the scope of marketing. Next is the study of consumer behavior, how consumer behaves. If we understand consumer behavior, then it is very much easy for the marketers to plan accordingly. So, marketers carry out the study of consumer behavior more so since the analysis of buyer behavior helps the marketer in the task of market segmentation and target market. So, that can be achieved after studying the consumer behavior. Next is production planning and development. Product planning and development starts off with generation of product idea and ends with the product development and commercialization. Product planning includes everything from branding, packaging to the product line expansion and contraction. Pricing policies. Marketers has to determine pricing policies to their products. Pricing policies differ from product to product. It also depends on the level of consumption, the product life cycle. Product life cycle we will learn in detail in unit number 5. Marketing goals and objectives, etc. So you have to decide pricing for your particular product. Next scope of marketing is one can study the distribution. Study of distribution channel is important in marketing for achieving optimal sales and profit. Goods are required to be distributed to the maximum number of consumers at the minimum cost. Scope of marketing also includes promotional activities. Promotion includes personal selling, sales promotion, and advertising. Right promotional mix is crucial for accomplishing the consumer or marketing goals. Next is consumer satisfaction. The product or services offered must satisfy the consumers. Put simply, the customer satisfaction or consumer satisfaction is one of the major objective of the marketing. And lastly, marketing control. Marketing audit is done to control all the marketing activities. So this was about the various functions of marketing, and this is the scope of marketing. Here we can learn various things about marketing. Now next is various functions of marketing manager. So these are listed functions of marketing manager. Marketing manager has to determining the marketing mission, then planning the marketing program, coordinating various activities under the marketing department, organizing the selling functions through the advertisement functions, reviewing competition and the product positioning of its product, establishing resource allocation. So these are various functions of marketing manager. Now next is core concepts of marketing. In the core concepts, which includes need, want, demand, customer value, and exchange. Now we will learn one by one. First is consumer need. Now the easiest explanation of the concept need is its basic requirements like shelter, then clothing, food, water, etc. So these are essential for human beings to survive. So we can take example like consumer needs some food to eat as he or she is hungry. Then next is concept of want. Now want are desire for specific satisfier of the needs. So here to satisfy the needs, some specific requirement is there. This is quite different from the needs. Wants are not essential for humans to survival, but they are associated with human needs. Now, if a customer is hungry, so he can eat anything. He can eat Maggie, he can eat roti chapati, rice, chawal, etc. But what he want? customer want to eat Domino's pizza. Now this is a specific want from the customer that he want to eat Domino's pizza only. So next is demand. Want for specific product, if it is backed by ability and willingness to buy the product or service, then it is called as demand. So demand is actual purchase order for a particular product. Now though this particular consumer is hungry, so he needs something for it, though he want Domino's pizza, but maybe he's short of money, or maybe the pizza shop is far away and McDonald burger shop is nearby. Also, the burger is less costly. So, what is actual demand? Customer demand for McDonald burger as he was short of money to buy pizza. So, what was actual demand? Demand was McDonald burger. Now, what this need, demand, and want signifies in marketing, a particular customer needs something, so need has been identified by the marketers. Now on their consumer behavior study, want, etc., we have prepared products and services, we are playing with their dreams, etc. But ultimately what is important for us is their desire to willingnessly buy a particular product should be converted into purchase order. So if customers likes the product on television, they are in the mindset of buying that particular product or service, but actually they are not buying. So desire is not converted into order placement. So there is no demand from the customers. Then making such product and services will be of no use. Okay, so after identifying the needs, after generating the want, next is marketing efforts should be made of conversion of that need and want into purchase order. So want for a specific product should be backed up by the ability and willingness to buy. One more example we can take, like one particular customer want need is to travel from one place to another. Now for traveling one place to another, he can use public transport facilities like bus, he can use bicycle, he can use two wheeler, he can use four wheeler, anything he can use. So what is need is just to travel. Now what he want, customer wants Mercedes, and actually what is demand, he may demand for Tata Nano, he may demand for uh, Hero cycle, or he may demand for Activa 5G, or he may demand Mercedes. So want can be exactly equal to demand, that can be a possible, not necessarily want is always differ from demand. Okay, so being a marketer, you have to play between the need, want, and demand, and you have to make sure that there is a demand from the consumers. Now, next is the difference between customer and consumer. Okay, generally we are using the word customers. Sometimes we are using the word consumer. So, what is exactly difference between customer and consumer? Now, a consumer is someone who actually consumes the product, not just purchases it. So, such type of a person who consumes the product and not just purchases it is called as consumer. And customer is someone who buys the goods more for the commercial purposes, like wholesalers or retailers. Okay, so this is the basic definition. Now we will start with this PPT. First is meaning. So meaning of customer. Customer means the purchaser of goods or services is called as customer. And consumer meaning The end user of the goods and services, that is consumer of the goods and services, is called as consumer. Now resale activity. A customer can be a business entity, like they are purchasing for reselling, but consumers, as they consume the product, there is no reselling. Good purchase, customers will always purchase the goods or services. Consumers, not necessarily they will purchase. In a particular family, suppose we are buying Kinder Joy for the small kids, okay, then the father or mother will be the purchaser, and that small boy or small girl, he or she can be consumer, because the Kinder Joy will be eaten by them. So goods purchaser, not necessarily the consumer will be the purchaser. His father or family member or someone else, they can be purchaser for them. Now what is purpose of purchase? Customers are purchasing the products or services, maybe for consumption or maybe for reselling, depends. But consumers, they are purchasing the product or purpose is for consumption only. Now price will be paid by the customers, and for consumers it may not be paid by the consumer or it may be paid by the consumer, depends. Now customer, that can be a individual customer or that can be organization. Consumers, it can be individual customer, it can be individual consumer, or it can be family, or it can be a group of friends, etc. So this is the difference between consumer and customer. Now each consumer is a customer. Yes, consumer is a customer. Each customer is a consumer. Not always. Customer cannot be consumer at all the time. Now, next, we will try to learn the concept of customer satisfaction, customer delight, and customer loyalty. Before starting with this PPT, we will try to understand the definition of customer satisfaction, customer delight, and customer loyalty. Customer satisfaction. It measures how well the expectation of a consumer concerning a product or service provided by your company has been met. So it is measure of how well the expectation of customers are met. So whatever your offerings, that means your performance, that is P. So marketer's performance is denoted by P and customers' expectations are denoted by E. So if there is exact match between E and P, that is customers' expectations are exactly matching the marketer's performance, then you can say that customers' satisfaction is achieved. That is formula number one. Performance exactly equal to expectation, that means customer satisfaction. So customers' expectations are low, marketer's performance is also low, customer is happy. Customers' expectations are high, marketer's performance is also high, exactly matching, so customer will be happy. So though the marketer's performance is low or high, in both cases customers are happy because their expectation also was low or high. When consumers' expectations are successfully fulfilled by the marketers, then we can say that customer satisfaction is achieved. Customer satisfaction is an abstract concept and involves such factors as quality of the products and quality of the service provided. Now, in that smiley, you can see the dissatisfied figures also. So, if the performance is low than the expectation, naturally, customer will be not happy. So, customers' expectations are moderate or high, and the performance is low. then it will lead to customer dissatisfaction. So customer is not happy. Next is customer delight. Delight means extra smile. Customer delight is surprising a customer by exceeding by exceeding his or her expectations, and thus creating a positive emotion of reaction. If am going or I'm planning to go to City Pride for watching a movie, so if I was expecting that the ticket rates are generally 200 rupees, okay, and I am going there and they are saying that, okay, Dr. Vandevale, you are having a discount today of 100 rupees. So today ticket prices are only 100. So I was not expecting that prices to be 100. I was expecting 200, but the prices are low now. So that is exceeding my expectations. Okay, so that will create a delight experience or delightness feeling in my mind. Now, in the same pace, if I went to watch the movie and they are just offering me free popcorn with soft drink, again, I was not at all expecting that they will give me some free popcorn or free something, and that will be again a delightness. So, what is this delight? Customer delight is surprising a customer by exceeding his or her expectations and creating a positive emotional reaction in consumer's mind. So here in this figure, if the customer expectations were low and the performance is moderate or high, then customer is delighted. If the customer's expectations were moderate and the performance was high, again we can achieve customer delight. So when the performance of product or services exceeds customer expectations, or the performance is more than customer's expectation, you can say that customer is delighted. Now, next version that is not shown here in the smileys part, that is customer loyalty. Customer loyalty is the result of consistently positive emotional experiences, physical attribute based on the satisfaction and perceived value of an experience, which includes in the product or service. Customer loyalty can be said to have an occurred if people choose to use a particular shop or buy a particular product rather than use of shops or products made by other companies. Customers exhibit consumer loyalty when they consistently purchases a certain product or brand over extended period of time. So if there are n number of products in the market, A product, B product, C product, D product, up to Z product, but I am purchasing A product only. For last 4 years, I am using A product. Though better products are available in the market, though lesser cost products of lesser prices are available in the market, still I am purchasing A product, then I said to be have a customer loyalty. Now, in order to achieve customer loyalty, the first sentence was constant positive reaction should be made. So, consumer loyalty is the result of consistently positive emotional experiences. So, in order to achieve customer loyalty, that is aim of each and every marketer. So, you have to provide customer delight every time. So frequently, if you are providing customer delight, then naturally your customer will be converted into customer loyal. So this was the concept of customer satisfaction, customer delight, and customer loyalty. So next is, what do you understand by consumer value? that I will cover at 3:30. So there is 15 minutes of break. We will join at 3:30, and if you are having any doubts for this particular lecture, you can ask.